on 246 BajunVibesRadio.com, 12 till 3 on a Sundays AM, 7 till 10 p.m., 8 till 11 Eastern Standard Time. Don't you miss it. Feeling lethargic? Feeling lazy? Feeling tired? Can't sleep? Well, join
Well, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Oh my goodness, it's so great to see each and every one of you, and everybody's looking beautiful. Saul, how are you doing, girl?
I'm blessed. How are you guys?
You're blessed. My favorite. We can see that you're blessed. You're looking good, Miss Jackson. How are you doing?
Yes, Dr. Jonas and I are doing great. We're happy to be here. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you as well. Mr. Pascal, how are you doing?
I'm doing fabulous. How are you
You're
ladies
doing fabulous. You're going for excellence.
Always. Greatness is what I'm aiming for.
Right. Wow, it's so good to see each and every one of you, and to our subscribers on Facebook and YouTube and LinkedIn and Instagram and whatever other platforms you're joining us from this evening. We just want to say Happy New Year to you. And we hope that you're choosing yourself. We hope that this year you're making that conscious choice to choose yourself. Because it's so important for us to choose ourselves. Many times we are pouring into spaces that don't even need our pouring. And we're just wasting our energy. It's time that we really look at our lives and see where we are pouring and what we are pouring and how we are pouring. It is very, very important that we look at our lives. Are you taking care of your self-love? You're taking care of your self-care? Are you shifting? And what are you shifting to? What are you shifting to in 2026? This is a year that you need to live intentional. Everything that you do, you need to be intentional with the things that you're doing. Because in order for you to live a life of alignment, you have to be intentional. You got to clear away all the things from 2025 that is not serving you any longer. It's time. It's about the time that you really focus on you. Focus on you. What's good for you? 2026 is another year. You're breathing. You have breath. You have that breath. You're breathing. And when you breathe in positivity and breathe out positivity. The things that you've been doing in 2025, just make a list and look at it and see the things that needs to be eliminated. Look at that list, revise that list, and see the things that need to be eliminated. Because many times we are carrying around all of these baggages that we just need to just rest it down, unpack, and repack. Because when you're repacking the things that you need to move on with. And you're taking out the things that you don't need. Look for simple like our cell phones. When it's on 2%, we are running to recharge it. We are running, we're helter-skelter to find that charger because we got to recharge the phone. Are you taking the time to recharge yourself? Are you taking that special time to recharge yourself? Are you running on 2%? Are you running on 2%? So, in 2026, we want to be intentional. And these podcasts that we're going to be doing in 2026 is going to be really intentional because we want you to shift your focus. We want you to focus on you as an individual and where you're heading, the things that you're doing. We want you to reprogram your subconscious mind because it starts from there. It starts from within you. But many times we are looking on the outside for the answers. You got to look within. You know what? I'm not going to take up much more time. We just want to welcome each one of you to the studio. I'm going to toss the mic now to Lady J. Lady J, take the mic. Wow. Beautiful, beautiful opening. Thank you. You're most welcome. New year, new you, new focus, shifting. Where are we at this junction? This is the second month and it's going very fast. And with a new year, it's a fresh start. It's a special energy that come into the year with. And then you have to decide, what am I moving forward with? What stays? What am I going to grow with? Or what am I leaving behind that no longer serves me? And that is what we want to do tonight because we want to invite everyone to focus on that shift. Not working harder, but smarter. Because we constantly are becoming. And who we are becoming. Who are we becoming? And it's a nice way to this topic that we are talking about tonight, which is a new year, a new you, shifting your focus and focusing on self-care, self-love, and our faith. As we always say, that's why we wrote the book Self-Care is Intentional. Because this is a year we're moving with intentionality. Right? Intentionality. Thank you. We're moving with intentionality. We're focusing on self-care. We want to talk about how you nourish yourself. That's why we have the book, Your Gut and You. Right? So these are our tools. This is the tools that we're moving forward with in 2026. And when we talk about self-care, self-love, and faith, we want to be rooted in that. We want to be grounded in that. Because our faith is so essential. Because when in times of uncertainty, what do you hold on to? What do you anchor in those moments when you can't figure it out? Maybe tumultuous moments. You cannot even see clear. It's so foggy. What do you hold on to that keep you grounded? That keep you with great inspiration and wisdom in those moments that you could make those leap forward with clarity and know the direction that you would move forward with your faith anchor, whether it's God, whatever it is for you. But it's always good to have something outside of ourselves that can hold us down and keep us steady as we continue to move forward. And our self-love is so important because loving ourselves is essential. Because if you don't love yourself, what can you give? True. What can you give? So true. But when you love yourself, you can love others. And then you can know what love looks like and know how to receive it so it can fill you up and you all bubbly and smiling because you feel the love and the love is real. And then self-care, how we nourish ourselves so that we can be strong. We can be healthy. This year, you might got to change little things up. You might got to look at eating patterns. What you've been consuming in 2025 that was not good for you. You're focusing on your microbiome. And you may look at yourself and say, listen, that was not serving me well. I might be suffering from brain fog because my microbiome is not right. And when I want to show up, I want to show up because we're leading with intentionality. I want to focus with a level of clarity. I want to focus when I walk into a room. I want to focus that I'm giving everything so that people can feel the love. I'm stepping in my greatness. So that is why this is such an important topic that we're talking about tonight, which we be kicking off the program with. And we got some amazing guests here tonight who is going to share and pour on us about self-care, self-love, and faith as we lead into 2026, living with a life of intentionality. And that we, as we move forward, which is nice that we're starting now, that we can anchor and know that when times get tough, when times get rough, we can remember this podcast. What do I do in those moments? So tonight we're providing you with tools. We're expanding your toolkit so that you can have something that you can grab and you can hold when those moments arises. So we just want to say welcome to all of you, Mr. Pascal, Saul,
Yeah.
Jonas, Miss Jackson, and Dr. Marcia is supposed to be joining us a little bit later too, and Miss Harris. But it's just a joy to have all of us here, and all of us met at we're in person at the Javits Center. Yeah, isn't that something? We all were there in person, having a great time and just giving that love.
Yes.
Right, we're here in 2026, and that was in 2024.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So here we are. Who want to step out first?
I'll go.
Okay.
Take the mic.
I'll go. Because you already, I'm over here like, tell them. So hi everybody. I hope everybody's doing well tonight. Definitely a pleasure to share the stage with all of you. And to be here tonight, this evening. This time right now, I don't know if everybody's felt the energy in the field, but it's been a lot of crazy stuff. Remember, there's a couple things happening. So I got to mention these guys because whether you believe it or not, I'm telling you, it's the energetic field and you can feel it if you know. So we finally have the planet, we finally have Pisces coming, Saturn coming out of Pisces. And we have that going into Aries. So it's causing what's happening with that energy right now is everything that is not right in your life right now, it's putting it in the forefront for you. And you can lie and you can ignore it. And that's only going to make things harder for you as the year goes on, because this year is definitely what they were saying, intentional. You must be intentional this year and you better be accountable, because we have been kind of like because Pisces was in there, we had that love and that, sensibility to it. That is gone now. I just want everybody to understand that it's gone. So once you see us going, and mind you, we're getting away from the year of the snake in the Chinese calendar.
Right.
So if you go on that too, these people didn't invite all these things for no reason. I'm telling y'all, there's sign to all of this. Y'all, I can believe me or not, but from my research and from my energetic fields and what I feel, this is what's going on. So we are shedding all of that. And if you make it make sense, think about it. It ties together with how the planet just shifted, and think about the feelings that you've been having lately. If everything has been coming, and there are some hard decisions and some hard emotions to deal with that. Because when you're trying to transform your life and you're trying to step into a new era, we've been in training. It's time to do what you got to do. There's no more, that training is not going to be there as nice. This is when you need coaches the most right now. So serious. Right now is when you need us. Please holler at everybody on this screen, because I'm telling you, this is the year of making moves. You have to make moves.
Thank you.
And if you don't, you will feel the consequences of that inaction as well.
Yes.
So whether you take action or lack of, you will feel the consequences of that. So I had to say that because it just went right along with what you were telling us. And I'm like, you guys don't understand, like the planets are infused here. We got the fire horse year coming in. So I mean, which goes right with Saturn, you know, entering Aries. That energy is strong. And that with that also comes the feeling of shame, of grief, of insecurity.
Guilt.
Yes, guilt. And it's just I this is the part that we need to work on, understanding things for what they are.
Right.
What's being shown to you is being shown to you for a reason at this moment. It's a critical time to pay attention to cycles that have been persisting for too long that you're continue to ignore. It's also a time to reflect on what moves you have procrastinated on, perhaps, right? That you know you had to do, but you're like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. That thing that you keep putting off, it's time to do it. And the only way to move forward, guys, is with action and positive action, right? Because through these emotions that you're feeling, through the guilt, through the shame, through your own identity that you may have to let go of in order to transform to this person that you need to be to get to the goals that you've set, then understand there's also a grief process that comes with that of leaving an old identity, because in your brain, that's what it naturally does. It wants to go to where it's comfortable. This ain't the year of comfortability because growth is uncomfortable, but it's time. And those tough decisions need to be made at this time, guys, for your future. And I'm telling you, you know, it's not about, you know, this, but right now at this time, if you have had something in your heart, something that you've been thinking that you really need to act on, that you've been wanting to do, that you've been putting off, I'm telling you, get a coach and have them hold your hand through the process of getting it done. Because that's what we do. You know, we there to push you, motivate you, get you through. And right now is that time. And I promise you that if you stick to it and you're consistent with the energy that we got going on right now, woo, you about to be so you about to see all the blessings coming your way.
Yes.
All of the blessings. But do the work is needed.
Yes.
So I had to say that. I don't know what else I'll jump in, but that had to come out.
You know what? And everything that you said was so powerful. But the ending part, you said you got to do the work, and that's essential.
Yes.
That is essential. You got to do the work because everything can come to you, but the work, you have to set yourself, move intentionally, and lay down the work. And then you can get the level of results, because it's like germination. You got to plant that seed.
Absolutely.
Miss Jackson?
Yes. Hello, everyone. Cedra Jackson with Partners for Purposeful Living, LLC, and Dr. Jonas Gadsden. And when I met Dr. Jonas Gadsden, I was a vice president in banking. I had a lot of opportunity to speak to women's business organizations and audiences across the country and some overseas. And I had all of the quote unquote, I had the vocabulary, I had the right school, quote unquote, and yet I knew something inside. I knew I was missing something. When I met Dr. Jonas, he saw it immediately and he challenged me. He challenged me to start working on me. So I had the quote unquote approved on the outside, but I wasn't approved on the inside. And so the work I'm doing, and I started and I did because I learned that I'm worth it. So I was struggling with imposter syndrome. And as a result of working with Dr. Jonas, who is a phenomenal coach and speaker, that I didn't know that learning how to communicate effectively and to speak publicly was part of my personal and professional growth and development. And Dr. Jonas often says that growth is not easy. It's not comfortable. Here's a bonus from Jonas that says, don't make your couch your coffin.
Often, right?
And so the willingness to then bring a coach in. So I was, first of all, I said, well, who is this Jonas with the bonus? Having come from an Ivy League background. And then I'm listening to this man that says he grew up on the plantation in the South. And that people were laughing at him because his subject and his verb wasn't agreeing. I said, well, who is this Jonas with the bonus? Everyone's talking about him. Let me go see what he's all about.
Is he in?
And I'm sharing this because there are many women like myself who have accomplished a lot of things, who have accumulated some areas of success, but still know that they haven't lined up to be that person to make that powerful, powerful impact, positive impact as women in their environments for other women. And that's what I'm doing now. I worked with women in the past. However, I was not present. I was talking, but I wasn't making that connection that made a difference. And that's what Dr. Jonas Gadsden has challenged me to do. He got right within who I was, what I was struggling with. And that's what a coach does. They can see and then they share what their skills are, how they overcame that. And they also, they have the privilege, once that trust is developed, they have the privilege of calling you on your stuff. As part of, and knowing that is coming from a good place.
Right.
And so Dr. Jonas we've been working to get his new book out entitled Mastering Your Message. Pick up your mic. We need to hear your voice. So for me, I'm saying communication is not just talking. It's not just being the gift of gab. It is really having something to say, being relevant, and then learning and knowing how to say that and who you're saying it to. That's what Dr. Jonas is coaching. This is what we do in Partners for Purposeful Living, LLC. We provide coaching and training in public speaking and effective communication to executives, professionals, and business owners who are committed to increasing their positive influence, impact, and income from the boardroom to the bedroom. So effective communication is critical everywhere. As our colleague said earlier, Ms. Harris, this is the time. And so we know this is the time and this is your turn. This is the decade.
Yes.
Yours. We got to do it now. We have accumulated. We've brought all the skills, the knowledge, and the connections together. It's time to do it. As Dr. Jonas Gadsden says, do it and do it now. Since greatness is possible, excellence
is not enough.
Go for greatness.
Let me bring Dr. Jonas on
Yes.
tonight. It's my privilege and pleasure to introduce my communication coach, Dr. Jonas Gadsden, DTM, known as Mr. Enthusiasm.
Yeah, that's welcome him.
Well, Happy New Year to everyone.
Happy New Year to you.
Yeah, so great to see y'all. I haven't seen you since last year.
Yes.
There are three kinds of people: those that make things happen, those that watch things happen, and those who wondered what happened. I am a person that makes positive things happen, and I know that you are too. Well, we're off to a great start. I love intentionally, so I just want to share some thoughts on the intentionally and also becoming a new you in this new year and doing it intentionally. We're not talking about accidentally. This is our time and this is our turn. This is the decade for doers. What time it is? It's now o'clock. And so I just want to encourage you a few things that's heavy on on my mind. This is the first day of the rest of your life. Yesterday is the cancel check. Tomorrow is a promissory note. But today, tonight, you have cash in your hand. Spend it wisely. Invest in the most important person on the planet. That's you. And now, in the intentional, I want to share some thoughts that's in my brand new book. First of all, we are talking about facing the future with the no focus. But there's several C's. But one of the things, if you're going to live your dreams, your goals, and your aspiration, number one, you have to be crystal clear. What is your purpose?
Crystal clear.
Be crystal clear. You have to be clear. Even the scripture said, this one thing I do. Now, some of us, we heard it say it's the jack of many trade and master of none. That's not an accurate quote. It's the jack of many trade and master of one. What is that one thing? There's a book in you. There's a restaurant in you. There's a business in you. There's a poem in you. You are pregnant with possibility. Don't abort your dream. Birth your dream. And let me tell you something about being crystal clear. Number one, you have to be crystal clear. And sometimes it takes months. Sometimes it takes years. Sometimes it takes somebody to coach you, to guide you. And this book that I wrote is not only a book, it's a guide. I have packed 5 decades into this one book. And the other thing we got to learn in 2026, you are talking to approximately 5 different generations. So you got to be able to be not only crystal clear with your message to touch everybody that's in your audience, and number two, see, you got to be able to connect. You got to be able to connect. A lot of people are talking, but they're not connecting. And let me tell you something. What people make decisions has been proven. 100% of all decisions made by all people is by emotion. And if you're not touching their emotion, ain't nothing going to move. It got to be the heart, then it got to be the head, and then it moves your hand, and then to get your feet to get up there to make that connection. Now, the heart connection. What's in it? Everybody has a neon. This is my brand new book. Everybody have a neon sign on their forehead. And the neon sign reads, what's in it for me? They don't care about what you drive. They don't care about what you look. They don't care what kind of degree you got. They don't care nothing about that. The only thing they care about themselves. So don't try to sell your product. Don't try to sell the feature. Sell them on their future. So you got to make, because number one, but they make decisions with their heart, and then they justify with logic, intentionally, and then they're going to touch their hand, then they go out and help somebody, then that's going to move their feet to go out and do the networking and write that book and do what I call connecting with other people, with collaboration, which is important. And that's the benefit of being on this program. The scriptures say iron sharpens iron. I want to just encourage you to hold on. Don't you give up. Don't you give in, and don't you give out, because it's always too early to quit. Because a quitter never win, and a quitter never win, and a winner never quit. This is your time, and this is your turn. So I just want to drop a few things in to become a new you. And this is a proven fact. Listen to this. This is a proven fact, statistic-wise. This is February the 15th. Tomorrow, you can go to any exercising group, because 90 million people every year make a New Year resolution. They're going to lose weight. They're going to go on a diet. They're going to exercise. All of that for the first 14 days. Well, the day is the 15th. Everything go back to normal. But you got to make up your mind that you're going to have a growth goal to continue to grow. And you got to work with the urgency of now. And I'm saying, my word for is easy. It's FIXED, fix. I am fixed in 2026. I cannot be deterred. I'm not going to, all the noise that's going on, you got to push through the noise. You got to push to the naysayer. You got to push to people tell you what you can't be. Can't is dead. I can do all things through Christ that give me the strength. And so you got to fight for what you want. Yeah. And that's my introduction here to tell you to come on. This is your time right now. That's why I write this book. The book that's coming out, I've been working on it for 4 consecutive years. And I'm telling you, it's packed. Matter of fact, it's coming out in March. We're going to March 4th. March 4th. And we're going to be a soldier. March 4th on your dreams, your goals, and your aspiration. Because you don't want to die with your dreams and your goals in you. You can't die yet because you're not finished. I've never seen a U-Haul tied behind a hearse. You can't take it with you. You got to live full and die empty. Because when your value is clear,
your decision is easy.
your decision is easy. You just one decision away. The first 3 letters in decision is cut. Cut away from negativity. Cut away from people that can't see it for you. But you got to see it for yourself. You got to get a larger vision yourself because your future is so bright, you're going to need to buy you some sunglasses. This is Jonas with your bonus. We're just going to give you a little hurried up to get up and get going. This is February the 15th. This is your time. Let's go with it.
Wow.
Wow.
Hey, with the fire.
Come home to yourself.
Yes.
And cut away.
Come home to yourself.
Wow.
You know, many of us, we stray away too long.
That's right. That's right. Yeah,
We
come
need
on
to
home.
come back
Mhm.
home, you
Come back
know.
home.
We
That's
need to
right.
come back home to
But
ourselves.
then you gotta ask, what are you coming back home to?
No, but sometimes you gotta come back to find out what's wrong.
Yeah.
Yes. That's right. That's right.
You gotta come back to find out what's wrong with you.
Mhm. That's right.
Sometimes we go too far out, you know,
That's right.
and we lost track of things that really happening inward. So we gotta come back. And
That's right.
sometimes
That's
the
right.
journey back is hard.
It is very
That's
hard.
right.
You
That's
know?
right. That's
There's a
why
lot of
you
steps to come back.
and that's
Very
why
good.
that's why you mentioned earlier. You got to stop drifting and start shifting.
Shifting, exactly.
Gotta start shifting.
Exactly. And shifting in the right direction.
That's
Yes.
right. That's
Not
right.
only shifting,
That's right.
but you got to shift with tools that is going to empower you as an individual.
That's right.
As
right.
each one of us is saying here this evening, you got to grab yourself a coach. When you're shifting, you need a foundation, you need accountability, you
That's
need
right.
all of these things to help you to shift. Because many times we think we can shift, but we can't shift on our own.
No.
We
That's
need a
right.
support to shift. So
That's
that
right.
when we are shifting, we have the accountability. We got a coach that,
Mhm.
you know what, the coach can check in with us and say to us, you know what, these are some of the tools that you're going to need to shift with.
That's right.
These are some of the questions you're going to need to ask yourself as you shift in. Because
That's right.
when you shift in, you got to know what you're shifting into,
That's right. That's right.
you know,
That's
because
right.
you have to shift. When you shift in, you got to shift on a solid foundation.
That's right.
The foundation got to be solid because you don't want to go on a foundation that's going to cave away with you,
No.
That's right.
Right.
you
That's
know.
right. Yes,
So this evening, this podcast is going to be packed with a lot of things that is going to help you as an individual in 2026. As you shift, you're going to understand a lot of things, more things about yourself. Lady J, take the
Yeah,
mic.
I just want to add a layer there when you talk about great opening with everyone. When we're talking about shifting, when you have a coach, what's going to happen? They're going to build a framework.
Mhm.
They're going to build a framework. They're going to provide you with the building blocks
Yes.
or the pillars, we should say,
Mhm.
right? So that it can help you to build out, to stand strong. Because every day, as soon as you grab yourself a coach, they start from the moment where you at.
Yes.
They start from the moment where you at, and then it builds out from there.
Mhm.
And as you have to be intentional and you have to be committed. As Saul mentioned, you got to make sure you do the work. Sometimes it's hard
Mhm.
because questions are going to be asked, high mileage questions, and you got to be honest enough with yourself so that you can able to do the work to get the help. So as the framework is being built out and the pillars are being built for you, that you can able to be strong as you're making that shift and as you're making that change, you can see the level of transformation that you're looking for. Because what do you want it to look like for you? As Neville Goddard always say, start from the end. And so that's why intentionality is so important. That's the word we use to enter 2026, because you have to know what you want. You have to know what you want. You want to have to know what you want your future to look like. And then you start build it out from there, starting from a coach.
Absolutely. And before we get to Mr. Pascal, something just came to mind when you was talking just now, Lady J, is that when you come home, you gotta anchor yourself. You gotta anchor yourself. When you come back, you gotta anchor yourself before you go out back. Because many times we don't anchor. We gotta throw that. Look at simply like a boat. When they come in, they gotta anchor. And when they anchor, you gotta offload. So you gotta offload the things. Then when you anchor, you gotta offload those things, and that is, it's not gonna serve you any longer.
Right.
And you're gonna prepare yourself now to move again. So anchor yourself, and anchor yourself in what you believe in as an individual.
Right.
And when you're going to anchor, you're going to have all the necessary tools that you need to anchor yourself to move forward in 2026. And be intentional about your steps you are making in 2026. Because it's super important for us to be intentional. It's not just, if you're going to shift, you got to be intentional shifting. And as we said in the opening, everyone was talking about what are you shifting with, the things you need to let go. Do an energy audit. Do an energy audit. See the things that needs to be eliminated from your life at this point in time. Dr. Jonas is there? No, he's
Jonas.
Yes, I'm there.
That is why reflection, introspection, resetting, refocusing is important, because as you come home to yourself, you're resetting, you're pausing, and you're taking the time, because taking the time is for you.
Yes.
You're choosing, because and the important thing is also that, what are you choosing? Are you choosing yourself when you were setting?
Yeah.
What are you choosing? So that's what we're saying tonight, and we keep emphasizing on it. Take the time for you.
Yeah.
Choose you. Anchor yourself. Take the time. Work on yourself. Grab yourself a coach so that it can hold your hand and guide you through the process, so that you can become the new you.
Yep.
Mr. Pascal?
Yes. Hey, good evening, everyone. From what I gathered from what everybody said, it's I don't know, it's always humbling to be in the presence of luminaries such as yourselves. But another thing is that I,
Yeah.
what I learned also is that I should, if I should want to take action, I should jump on it as fast as I can, because I don't know how to follow everything that you guys have said. How do I come after what you? I'm not a motivational speaker, and I'm not, I can only offer testimonial to, being in the presence of Lady K and Lady J. And so I know that my life has changed tremendously. And I've also felt that this year, 2026, is a year I felt the energy soul, and I just never heard it explained in the cosmos, as you said, with Aries rising and the snake shedding its skin and stuff like that. But I guess that's the explanation, that one explanation you can give.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm definitely heading towards shifting a couple of things, my work-life balance, and trying to better myself. And one of the many of the 12 pillars that you have of balancing your life. So that's what I hope the 2026 brings, bigger and better things for all of us.
Wow.
Thank you.
That is so beautiful.
Yes, well said.
Thank you.
Well, you got a great coach here.
Yeah.
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 Mhm.
The thing is that when we are so fortunate to have great people at our side, we need to cherish those people, because when we're moving in life, it's always good to have an anchor, as I said before. you know. And if you have an individual who can help you to anchor as you move, you know, it's a beautiful thing because it helps you to acknowledge self-care. It helps you to acknowledge self-love. It helps you to see in directions that you have never seen before. It gives you, as Dr. Jonas talked about, clarity, you know, and it really helps us as individuals to understand ourselves more. So this evening, we really want to encourage you to really sit back in these quiet moments of your life and just do some reflection. Just do some reflection. See all your relationships that you have in your life, if they are nourishing you or if they're draining you.
That's a good one.
You know?
All right.
Yes.
Say it again.
See if your relationships that you have in your life, if they are nourishing you or if they are draining you. Because if they are draining you, there is no need to have something that is draining you, draining your energy. That is why I was talking about the energy audit. You need to see where you're dispensing your energy on a daily basis. Because certain spaces we give our energy to, we don't need to give our spaces to energy.
Have a special guest.
Now who is that? Tell the audience who that
Lancer.
is.
That's Lancer.
That's Lancer.
So we don't need to give, our energy to certain spaces, you know. And the thing is that we tend to look at things as though we really need it, and sometimes we don't need it. So it gives us time now to look at ourselves, because sometimes you find it's a void we are trying to fill. And because it's a void we're trying to fill, we are gravitating towards things or towards an energy that is not even suitable for us.
All right.
So that is why we have to look at our lives and see where our lives are going. And pull back when it's necessary. Pull back when it's necessary. And you go forward when it's necessary. Jesse, are you there? I guess he's not there. No, I think he's not there. So?
Yeah. Oh. There you go. Are you muted?
Yeah, we're not hearing you. I guess she's muted.
Miss Jackson, you can go.
Okay. Interesting conversation with regard to energy. And so where are we placing our energy as we are working on our communication? What are we, and getting clarity? That's taking energy. One of the things that Dr. Jonas teaches, he talks about the caterpillar, and he has a bonus. So the caterpillar, you know, he says, I don't care how many legs a caterpillar has or how fast that caterpillar can run. It will never be transformed into a butterfly until it dies. The caterpillar must die in order for the butterfly to fly. And so I relate that to my coaching, our coaching, and coaching our clients. We have to, that there are parts of us that we have to let go. We have the opportunity to let go of. That's that level of discomfort.
Yes.
That's that growth. That's what we cannot necessarily, what a coach helps us, because sometimes we are blocked. We can't actually see. We can't see where we're going. You say, well, you know, know where your life is, and know what your goal is, and your dreams and goals and aspirations. Well, sometimes we're blocked because of some work we didn't do. Sometimes we're blocked because of some procrastination
Yes.
that we just didn't want to address.
True.
However, as being coached and coachable
Mm-hmm.
allows us to not see it so fearfully, and it allows us to relax into it,
Mm-hmm.
because Dr. Jonas shows in his illustrations that the butterfly does not go back to crawling, nor can it, nor does
Right.
it want to. But when we're on this side in the caterpillar, we're groveling, we're going through the mud, we're wallowing, and we're, I want to be in control of this metamorphosis. They can't be. I can't go
I can't
through.
hear her. Is
I
it just
can't-
me?
We can hear you, Saul.
I can't
But
go
I can't
through.
hear Dr. The lady
You're not
speaking.
hearing Sarita?
No. Is it just me that doesn't hear her?
Can you?
Seems so.
Yeah,
Can
it
you guys
seems
hear
so.
her?
We are hearing her.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're hearing her.
Unmute yourself. She's on mute, I think.
Yeah, she's on mute, but we can hear you, Saul.
Oh, okay, hold on. She's on mute. I thought she was talking. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to
Okay,
catch.
I'll finish up my thought, and you can
See,
you can
she's talking. I can't hear her.
Okay.
All right.
But we're hearing you, Miss Jackson. Yeah, we're
Okay.
hearing you.
So in the process of you to get into the process and to stay. See, this is where I have a challenge sometimes. Get in the process and start. But the coach helps you stay in that process. You said, no, I want to come out now. It's too, it's getting hot in here. Or, it's not something, I've been putting this off. I don't want to deal with it. But that coach helps you stay in, and that the explanation, the metaphor with the caterpillar and the butterfly is, once that caterpillar submits to the metamorphosis process, to the transformation process, there's nothing else. Now he's got to allow. It's got to allow what's going to happen, what's going to he's going to go through the detours, maybe whatever it takes. He hangs in that cocoon for 6 hours. He is not in control. He's now given himself to the process. And so you mentioned Lady K and Lady J, that the coach sets you up. There's a structure. You got to go through it. It's a process. And once you go through it, you do not, sometimes we're looking back. We're driving in the car. We got we're looking through the windshield, but we keep looking back, looking through the rear view mirror. Once we're transformed, once we've let go of that baggage, we don't want to go back there.
No.
And nor can we, because our thinking, our mentality is pressing us and pushing us forward to where we want to be, to where we are whole and complete, to where we can grasp and hold on to who we are becoming. And it's all right to become. It's all right not to be perfect. It's all right to be in the process, as long as we stay in that process. So I learned this. I said, I get all this learning how to communicate, learning how to speak and share, and the desire to pass on the stories and the things that I've overcome. That desire is growing and growing in me. I don't know, last year, the year before, I'm listening and I'm sitting and I'm doing these different things, but I wasn't ready to start to share that. But I'm proud of that metamorphosis and that transformation, that's what this year is bringing for me. And I'm going in full force and full out.
Thank you so much for that. But just talk a little bit about people who are thinking about, I want it to be perfect, and I want to talk a little bit about perfection, trying to be perfect about everything.
Well, that's gonna keep us stagnant and stuck. because though we have a personal accountability to do the inner work, we can't do it in a vacuum. We can't do it without our colleagues like Joan and Karen. And I tell you, they went to our website, www.jonasbonus.com. They saw our free gift. They read it. They went through it. I remember having a conversation with Lady J early on. It happened to have been at my mother's house at the time. She said, "Who are you talking to?" We were going. We were having a great conversation. And as a result of that, we began. There was a book that you had on the gut.
Yeah,
And
your
that-
gut idea. Yes.
That's right. And that got me interested. And so we began moving from there. Lady J and Lady K said, this is a structure we can follow. And this is exactly what they did. Dr. Jonas said, you all are going to be internationally known. They said, oh my goodness.
That's right.
And so as a result of that, then they invited us to New York.
That's right.
Invited us, we as colleagues, as team members, as people that Dr. Jonas says, iron sharpens iron, we can spar. And then we're there for one another when it's a soft spot, it's a challenge. And lining right up, right with the same, because we're on the same wavelength, we're on the same thinking and desire to be able to live our full lives. So
and let me just drop in on this. And in 2004, in 24, we flew up to New York City, and we spent a whole day with these wonderful women. And now we are touching people from around the world. But there's another thought that I want to put us in mind right quickly. There's an African proverb said that there's no enemy within, the enemy without can do us no harm. And a lot of times we are doing without because we didn't develop the enemy within. See, sometimes we're so worried about external, but it's not external in, it's internal out. And then the other thing I want to say is that some of the things that we are down and we are shifting is nobody else's fault but ourselves. Because a book that I read and I believe that death and life is in your tongue. So what are you speaking to yourself in 2026? Are you speaking life? Are you speaking death in your life? And then another thing I want to say, here's a study been proven that every day we have over 60,000 thoughts that goes through our mind. Most of it, it's the same type of thought that we go over and over again. That's holding us back. We have incarcerated ourselves. We are in prison, but the key is in your purse. The key is in your pocket. Matter of fact, the door is not even locked. All you got to do, push and come right out, because we want to create a new things in a metamorphosis. A lot of times when I fly to go to New York, I fly out of Savannah, Georgia. When that plane get up a certain height, 35, they're doing course correction to get me safely to New York City. I'm suggesting now in 2026, it's time for us to make some course correction until we land safely. And I'll say to my brother, he said earlier that he's on just to talk about a testimony. Hey, what we are talking about, all of us being authentic, being your real being your real self. Great, because there's over 8.5 billion people on the planet, and there'll never be another one just like you. No one else can duplicate your fingerprint, your handwriting, or your voice. You're not one in a million. You are 1 in 8.5 billion. And we need to hear your voice, my brother. We need to hear your voice, sister. Loose that man and let him go. Loose that woman and let him go. There's a proverb, African proverb, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, get yourself a coach that can get you there faster and safer.
Yes. That is so true.
I know it's tight, but it's
right. Oh my goodness, that is really, really good. Jessie, are you there? Mr. Harris. I guess he's
We're not hearing you.
internet. So
Well,
right, but it right.
so, right, right. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but I'm here. I mean, going hand in hand, exactly with what he's saying, those cycles, like he was saying about the thoughts, you have those recurring thoughts that are not good and keep you stuck. On the biological sense, guys, and like I like to always bring up is what's happening inside the body, right? When these thoughts are being had. So as these thoughts are recurring, so are the emotions that come with those thoughts. And so this is where we get back into stinking thinking because we allow those thoughts to continue running that same story and keep feeding us the same nonsense that we've been thinking, right? And this is why we can't make it, and this is why we're not worth it, and this is why it's not working. And we're literally trying to confirm the nonsense that we're hearing. So a trick and a mind hack, and I want everybody to try to keep this at the front line, you know um you can change how you feel in a matter of 5 minutes, if that, right? Probably less once you master how to do it, but you can change how you feel, and not just on an external level, right? Because we only think about the external, but the reality is that the biochemistry within you is what's being changed by the thoughts that you're having. And so it's important to learn that simply by changing the thoughts you're having, you're changing the emotion that the biochemistry within you is releasing. So your neurochemicals, your hormones, and things like that, that whether make you feel good or bad, right? You have the power to say, I don't want to feel like this anymore. I'm going to change my thought, right? And so, literally, at that moment is the best moment to start being grateful, because the best way to change depression or to change, a bad feeling is by thinking about what you can be grateful for, right? So, start thanking for everything. I mean, thank you for these shoes I have on. Thank you for letting me walk. Thank you for giving me both arms. Literally, start saying thank you for everything, because then you'll start switching how you feel. And in turn, the biochemistry will turn positive within you. So you are that powerful and your thoughts are that powerful. So when you're not feeling at your best moment, it's this, I'm going to give you guys a hack that I teach all of my clients, which is the superpower button. So mine is this because nobody knows what that means. But I keep it beside me, especially in a moment where I'm flustered, where I feel overwhelmed, where there's a lot of people and a lot of energies or anything like that, right? You're not feeling yourself, you're feeling a little out of whack. Go to your superpower button, whatever you want it to be for you. Just make sure that only you can notice it and only you know what it means. At the moment that you press that button, for you, you are sending a signal to your brain, okay, to say, I don't want to feel like I feel right now. I want to change it. And I want to change it to something positive, right? So when you press this button, I want you to go to the happiest thought that you could think of. I mean, the one that brings a smile to your face. Think of a time when you smiled so hard that your cheeks hurt. Like, think of something like that and then smile with it, because literally as you're smiling, your brain is, man, it's smart, but it's not that smart, so we're smarter. And this is what I mean. All right, while you're smiling, your brain is starting to receive messages that you feel good, right? So as those messages continue to be processed to your brain, and as you continue to flood your brain with positive thoughts of this specific time that I'm telling you to think of. I'm talking, some people tell me it's when their kids were born. Some people tell me, the last time they hugged their mother, like a beautiful moment that just fills your heart, that you feel so, that you feel so full when you think of this. I need that to be the thought of your superpower button. So when you press it, you go to that moment and you stay there. Do a couple deep breaths with it and stay in that positive mindset. In 5 minutes max, you will change the biochemistry within your body and change how you are feeling. And then, of course, stick to that and continue your day in that motion and in that matter. And this is a practice. This is what I tell you. This is all a practice, because at the end of the day, we're so used to beating ourselves up. We're so used to being our worst critic. We're so used to not giving ourselves credit for everything that we do. And this is why, you know, once again, we go back to the coaching, because there's so many things that you do on a regular basis that are automatic. You're doing them subconsciously because you've already been programmed and programmed yourself to work this way, you know. And so when you're usually doing something like this, it's because we're breaking cycles, we're breaking actions and behaviors that no longer serve you, we're letting go of past identities that no longer serve who you are becoming, right? Because sometimes you can't come to this new phase of your life if you're still stuck in old ways. And so this process is an emotional one, and our body is affected by our emotions, you know, on this level. And sometimes this is why we deal with depression. It technically is a chemical imbalance, but we could, if we learn how to manipulate the mind, we could balance it right back. You know, the main thing is not getting stuck in that terrible thinking, or if you are there, to go get, you know, get somebody that can help you get out of it, because that's what will continue to bring you down and not allow you to move forward. This is why everything that we're stressing today, and even getting a coach, is so important, guys, because it's so quick for our brain. Our brain will naturally, just as made to survive, it's going to try to go to what's familiar, even if that sucks, because that's all it knew. That's all it got accustomed. Our subconscious is working 92% of us functioning is on a subconscious level. 92% is automatic. Our body already knows what it's doing because it's been this long, you've been adapting it that way to survive, right? And now the goal is to bring more of that conscious, that 4 to 8% that is conscious, to, you know, bring more of that subconscious, I mean, to the conscious level. And so this way you can start taking control of what you actually want in your life, and not allow that part of you that had to adapt as your through to your environment, to your family, to whatever it is that could be holding you back in those cycles, to move forward from that. So it is important to work with somebody, and it's important to be open-minded and receive that constructive criticism, because you can't see what you've been used to.
Right.
You don't
Absolutely.
know because you're comfortable there, and that's how our brain has been made
Absolutely.
to function,
Yeah.
where it's like, no, 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 this is okay, this is normal. But normal may not get you to where you want to go,
True.
right? So in this new year, I think that the main goal is being very real with ourselves, and having somebody who understands both sides, that can be empathetic with you in that changing process, but can hold your hand and say, let's go, we need to do this,
Absolutely.
right? And so that's the beauty of having, you know, and somebody that's helping you be accountable for your own stuff, to be able to be the new you in 2026, because it's the time.
Yes, it is the
It is the
time.
time. It is the time. It is the time.
Wow,
Absolutely.
Saul, you really touching some stuff, and as you
I
was
can't hear you.
talking, some stuff just keep coming into me here, and even Dr. Jonas, when he was speaking, when we are climbing, we need to maintain, and when we are maintaining, we need a coach, because the coach help you on this journey.
Right.
The coach, as I said before, accountability. So when you climb in, you got to maintain. And as you climb, a lot of things going to fall off. And again, relationships going to fall off. A lot of things that you're accustomed doing, as Saul was just saying, it's going to fall off, because remember, you're climbing, you're becoming. And when you're becoming, a lot of things going to fall away. And we need to understand that process, because we talk about a snake, we talk about a caterpillar, right? And the thing is that we got to forgive ourselves.
Grace.
We got to forgive ourselves and show ourselves that self-love and that compassion. Because many things that we did in 2025 or 2024 or 2023, all of us, we weren't self-aware. We didn't come to that place of self-awareness. But now we arrive at that place of self-awareness. We understand ourselves. We put in the work, And another thing you talk about is we got to stop abandoning ourselves, because many times we're doing that to ourselves. We want everything to be perfect. We're waiting for that perfect moment. The perfect moment is now. Now is that perfect moment. Stop abandoning yourself. And are you showing up fully?
That's right.
Are you showing up fully for yourself? These are some of the things we got to step back and we really got to look at ourselves, because as we're moving into March, we're going to move into April, we're going to move into May, and the year is going. So you got to start from now. If you're looking to change your life, you got to start from this present moment. This is the time, and as Dr. Jonas said, this is the time, this is a season.
No more nibbling.
No more nibbling.
This is the turn.
You know, this is the time,
decade.
this is your season. And you have to make that conscious choice. This is what I'm going to do for me. I'm going to do this for myself. Because it's only you know how you are feeling. And a soul talk also about emotions. Because when we're going to be going through this shifting process, there's a lot of emotions that's going to come up. You got to dump it. It got to dump. There's a lot of emotion, because remember, you've been carrying these things for so long. So long we've been carrying stuff.
Even generational, right?
Exactly. Generational teenage. You be carrying so much of stuff for such a long time. So you got to dump it out. It got to dump. Sometimes you may cry for weeks. You may cry for days. It's okay, because you are releasing and you are healing at the same time. That is what is happening to you in that process. When you're dumping, you are releasing and you're healing at the same time. And it's a good space to be in. It's a good feeling, because when you cry it out, you feel good. You get rid of that energy that was pent up inside of you for such a long time. So you know what? This is the moment, this is the time, this is the season that you really got to focus on you. Because many times we're showing up at work, we are in relationships that we don't even show up in these relationships. And it's time for us to take a hard look at ourselves and see exactly where we are heading in 2026. Lady J, take the mic.
Yeah, we wrote this together, and we want to just, in the middle of this conversation, want to say, these are the things we want to ask you to think about, how you want to start talking. You want to reshape your narrative, because you move away from 2025. And some of the things you want to say is like, this is my year, and this is the year that you want to achieve it all, right? I'm not hiding. I'm not shrinking.
Nope.
I'm not doubting myself anymore. I'm honoring my story. My healing and my growth is now. I'm choosing to care for myself, to love myself, and to trust God. Well, whatever is your trust that you trust in, to trust God completely. I'm walking into every room with confidence. You're walking into every room with confidence. You're self-assured, right? And you want to also say to yourself, I'm attracting the right kind of people. The right kind of people who is going to let me have great opportunities, and also the right resources, because that's very important too as well. My gift is matching rooms for me, right? Your gift is making room for you. My voice carries power, authority, and grace. I'm swimming in prosperity in my health, my mind, my relationship, my work, and my finances. Nothing is missing. Nothing is broken.
Right.
Nothing is lacking. This is my year to see what all that I've prayed for. This is my year to do it all. And I'm ready to receive every good thing that comes to me. Tell yourself this. Look at yourself and tell yourself, we always advocate for journaling, writing, dumping things out, and then writing and create that narrative Who do you want to see yourself? You want to walk in a room with confidence because you want to be self-assured when you're delivering whatever is it, whether you're doing a workshop, whether you're doing a speaking engagement, but you want a level that you're carrying, a level of energy, to carry that level of resonance that who you're talking to, they can resonate with what you're talking to them about. And also, you're sharing something with them that can better their tomorrow. This is what you want to know. What are you telling me today that can better my tomorrow? That I can take away in that from that moment, and I can take with me. I can run with it, and I can say, yes, this can help me from where I am to make me that to the next step to move forward. Mr. Pascal.
Yeah, that's quite a mouthful. I was thinking about something that Dr. Jonas had said earlier, and it just sort of stuck in my head all this time. It was just something that reminded me of a scripture that I
Gone into your subconscious mind.
yes, something out of Mark 7. Dr. Jonas pointed on something about it is what comes out of us that's important. It's not what necessarily what's coming in. And if you remember that scripture that we had both read in Mark 7, that said nothing that enters one from outside can defile us, or can defile that person. But the things that come out from within are what defile, if you remember that. So that's what reminded me of that little quote that he had said. And so I was just focusing on that. And the time is now. It's no better time than now to act on what we have to do. So
you're absolutely right, you know. And the thing is that, like, some people would ask the question, why am I always attracting these kind of people, you know? But it's energy that you're giving off. And until we really understand that language, the energy that you give up, that is what you are attracting. Right. And until we change ourselves and change ourselves within, the people around us will change. Right. You will start to see new things, new people showing up in your life because you change the internal. So once the internal change, the external will change. So you will have to say, you know what, why do I keep attracting these people in my life? Because you're not going to attract those people any longer. No. They're going to be long gone.
So that is why also it's important to surround yourself with the right kind of people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Surround yourself with the right kind of people so that when you surround yourself with the right kind of people, they can motivate you and they can support. And because sometimes you might be working on a project or something and then you might feel like giving up, but then they can hold you up and say, no, you got what it takes. Go for it. Like what we're saying here, push.
Until something positive happens.
Yeah.
Positive happens.
Absolutely. And the thing is that we need to honor our growth. We need to honor our growth because many times we are making steps and we fail to recognize it may be little steps, but we fail to recognize these little steps that we make. You know, and we need to honor these little steps because these little steps is building and making that foundation for you to stand on as an individual.
Right. Yeah.
And as Saul talked about being grateful,
gratitude.
You know, we have to be grateful for the little steps that we are making. Because sometimes we want this big grand thing to happen. But in order for the grand thing to happen, we got to start small. We got to start small for the grand thing to happen. And in order for the grand thing to happen, you got to get yourself a coach. You got to grab yourself a coach. We're not saying it because we want to say it and because we are coaches. We are telling you to grab yourself a coach that can help you as an individual as you move along life. Many times we think that we can do it, but we cannot do it alone. We need that help. And that is why sometimes we fall back into the old patterns because there is no accountability. There is no accountability. When you grab yourself a coach, the coach hold you accountable. The coach hold you accountable. The coach is going to show up. Did you get your homework done? Tell me what's happening in your life right now. What are some of the things that you're doing right now? What do you need help with? What can I do for you? You're in this space. You can talk. You can feel comfortable. So when you have a coach, it's to pilot you and to help you to reach that place where you can stand, and you not only stand, but you can stand strong because your foundation is solid.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Right.
Ms.
Yeah.
Jackson, go ahead, Soul.
I was going to say something.
I
to that
had to
point.
say thank you because I had to say something real quick, like I never do. But regarding that specifically, at this moment, if you are in a moment like that where you need the transition and you're ready for it, right? I would definitely advise a coach versus a therapist, and I'm gonna tell you why.
So true. Thank you.
I'm gonna tell you
Thank you.
why. Because in therapy, you are continuing the pattern. You are victimizing yourself once again. You're bringing out just the trauma. You're only talking about that. We're not bringing it's the same thing I just told you with the emotions and switching it up and how the biochemistry works inside of us. If you are just going to a therapist and all you're doing is talking about bad, 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 the difference is when you have a coach, right? You are focusing on the positive things that you need to do to change your life.
Right.
That's
right.
it. So even at the beginning, I'm not saying don't go to therapy. Please don't
No, that's
misunderstand what I'm
important.
saying. But first, get strong. First, do what you got to do to get strong. Because once you doing what you have to do, you're going to feel stronger. And so the difference is you'll now have the mental capacity to
Mental
front
capacity.
anything, and you're going to already look at it from a different perspective.
A
It's no
different
longer
perspective.
in victim mentality.
Mhm.
That's going to be the difference between just acknowledging what you need to do and making a difference in your life. A powerful difference.
That's right.
It is. It
So
is.
that's what you brought up when you were saying that. I'm like, yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes,
yeah,
yes, yes,
yeah,
because
yeah.
I'm telling you, it's worth
That,
the
that,
investment
that is so
because
true.
in therapy, I mean, and I'll say it from personal experience, it's not going to help you. Focus on what's going to get you successful and where you want to go, because then you're going to feel good automatically and nothing's going to be able to bring you down. You may not even care to talk about them things no more because now you understand why you had to go through them.
Right, right. And that is so true. Thank you for mentioning
right.
that. Because you already release.
Absolutely.
You already release. You come through the healing process. Now it's time to move to the next. And what the next step is, you start living again. Start living again, not trying to survive, but you want to thrive.
Absolutely.
Yes.
How you want to thrive is let the coach give you a roadmap. How can you get there?
That's right.
As Dr. Jonas always say, you're pregnant with possibilities. Because after you focus on that release, you come through that trauma, you attain the level of healing. Then now you can see clearly. The fog is clear,
That's right.
right? And now
Absolutely.
you can zoom in
Yes.
on a roadmap
Yeah.
with a clarity in the direction. How do I move forward from where I was, where I am, and what my next is?
That's right. That's
And so
right.
you get a roadmap, right? With starting with our SMART goals that we coach from, and with a level of clarity, so you could zoom in, you be
Yes.
precise.
That's right.
And this is what I'm going after. This is my goals. These are my goals that I would like to achieve within 5 months, whatever that may be for you. And your coach is able to reach you where you at.
Yes.
That's right.
Not
Absolutely.
no judgment or anything.
Absolutely.
The area of the coach is to facilitate you the space and time
That's
for
right.
you focus on that new growth.
Yes.
Because
Absolutely.
as we're talking about it, new year, new you, you're
That's right.
shifting, you're moving, new growth.
Yes. Yes.
Right.
Spring is coming.
Absolutely. I just like to add something with this.
Yes, Dr. Jonas.
What this lady just got through saying, powerful. And the reason why you want a coach versus a therapy, because what the coaches give you tried, tested, and proven techniques. Therapy want to put you down on a couch and will take you back when you're 6 years old. They want to get you on that couch. We are solution oriented. Solution oriented. Other thing I want to add is that the book that I read said, "Don't let nobody despise small beginning." We are not talking about being perfect. We are talking about growing to maturity because we can always better our best. This is a brand new year. The calendar have changed, but we have to have a transformation in our own life. We have to, and as she said earlier, you can be tricked. Your subconscious mind can be tricked if you start believe what you can do. As a matter of fact, if you live on positivity, it takes one positive thought to cancel 16 negative thoughts. So life and death is in your tongue. So if you transform your language, you will transform your life. It just doesn't matter what everybody. Hey, don't despise the critics without credential. You know who you are and whose you are. You got there with a gift. And as someone said it earlier, and the scripture said, if you develop that gift will take you in front of kings. So this is your time and this is your turn. This is the decades of the doers to take a chance, take charge, and take control of your life, because you can always better your best. And what time it is, it's now or time. The urgency is now. We are waiting for you. Your dreams, your goals, and your aspiration. And the scripture says, iron sharpens iron. That's why I love being in meetings, because when I leave off of here, I'm sharper because I've learned from each one of you. And then I take this, and we don't come from a point. None of us on this conference call come from a point of scarcity. There's enough here for every one of us. We come with abundancy. He said, if you allow your gift will chase you down and overtake you. Some of you are you running too fast. You got to let your gift catch you so you can marinate in it. Come on, somebody, and crock pot in it. This is not a microwave situation here. This is a crock pot. You got a symbol here. Are you listening? And we're not talking about but you just taking a snack here. No. We are talking about a 7-course meal, baby. And when you leave here, you are full. Come on, somebody. I know, and I'm just so fired up. I'm so glad that I'm on this call. I'm a better man because this sister she took us all the way back to the chemistry and all. I don't know what I'm saying. And see, now tomorrow I can talk more intelligent because I'm gonna listen to what that sister said. I'm gonna add that to that because I'm better off because I came on, I listened, I took good notes. Come on, somebody, because we want to make a better world. That's why we are doing this, to make a better world for other people. Never look down on another individual unless you're to give them a hand up.
And Dr. Gadsden, you write a motivational message in Lady K and Lady J's magazine.
Yes.
And it is exactly what you were saying. The words you were using, our sister here broke it down from the scientific side.
That's right.
Yes.
It confirms the energy that's here and the collaboration and the purpose that we are all here together on this growth process.
Because teamwork makes the dream
work.
Right.
Yeah, we're not trying to outdo one another. We're on the same team. We have the same goal to set positive message to leave the world a little bit better than we find it. I talk about legacy, a new book coming out. I wrote a whole chapter on legacy. I talk about learn the legacy, live the legacy, and leave the legacy. The scripture says a good person leaving a legacy for 3 generations. What are we leaving for the people that's coming after? A better word and a better world.
Yes. Yeah.
Woo.
Jesse, are you there?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we're hearing you now. Welcome.
Oh, okay. You can hear me clear now?
Yeah, loud and clear.
The mic is yours.
Okay. Well, I don't know if I can follow behind all that. Yeah, especially Dr. Jonas.
Come on,
But
anyhow, you one of the J boys. Come on, Jesse. We've been waiting for you. Come on, Jesse. Jesse.
I'm gonna approach this from a spiritual standpoint.
Okay.
Recently, and now I kind of understand it. God has been teaching me how to trust him more in terms of moving towards my what my destiny is. Now, I know what my destiny is, but now it's just getting to a point where a series of things have happened in my life where he's getting to, well, he's showing me how to trust him. And it just goes from one situation to another situation to another situation. And I think that um, even in terms of, I was listening to what all the life coaches were saying, even in terms of being a life coach, one of the things that I've spoken a lot with Joan about is the fact that I like the fact that Karen and Joan, they include, and Dr. Jonas there too. And well, from what I hear, everybody is doing that. They include uh, the spiritual aspect in their life coaching, and I think that's very important because as much as people, I mean, it's good to encourage people and just say, "Oh, you can do, you can do this, you can do that," but the basis of it, I think, is if you include God in it and having God as your basis, then that's your foundation right there. Like I said, he's been teaching me a lot. I mean, as he's moving me toward my goals, um, I am learning to trust him more to move towards it. And even when things don't work out, I mean, even as things are not on a timetable that I feel that is should be working on, God is grooming me and um, allow me to trust him more. One of the things I mentioned to Joan was I was watching this movie about David, and when he and Dr. Jonas, I know you can identify with this, is when he fought when he was going to fight Goliath, and uh, they I think his brother asked him, and then I don't know if I believe that was Saul's Saul's daughter that asked him the same thing. They asked him, Are you afraid?" And he said, "I'm terrified." He said, "But my God is with me." And so, as you moving forward with your life coaching, and I'm applying this to my life, I'm learning to trust God, and that even the doors that may seem that like they're just shut temporarily, believe in God that He can open those doors, or even if He don't open those doors, that we can go through those doors anyhow with God. And like I said, this is I'm just talking about from my personal experience. And so as I'm moving forward to achieve my goals and knowing that I'm going to achieve my goals, I'm trusting God every day to direct my steps, to guide me, to direct me, and showing me which direction to go in to achieve my goals. And this is my personal experience. And like I said, if you have God as your foundation, I don't think there's anything that you can't achieve. I firmly believe, and I've heard ministers talk, especially Minister Joel Osteen. He was saying, "Look, God created you. He knew before you were born what your destiny was going to be. And if you trust God enough that and believe that He's going to guide you towards your to what your destiny is, then you're going to achieve it. There are things that are going to make occur along the way, but trust in Him to direct you, to keep you, to get sometimes in situations He may not remove the situation. You may have to just go through it, and
Sir,
but at the same time, you can trust God to realize that He's going to take you through it, and He's going to take you to where you're supposed to be and where you are, what your ultimate goal is. So that's my experience, and it's just amazing in this season in my life how God has just directed me and to trust Him more to achieve the goals that He has already designed that I designed for me.
Wow. Wow.
So I don't know how that applies to anybody else, but I just say you make God your foundation, and as you're going about to achieve your goals, there's nothing that you can't achieve.
So true.
That's right. That's right.
Absolutely right, Jesse.
All right, Jesse.
I see you creeping in there.
No,
But
Jesse.
before we jump in, there's my
Yes.
Dr. Marcia wrote this book, My
book.
Faith Looks
My
Up.
Faith Looks Up.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh,
My
Jesse.
Faith Looks Up.
Mr. Jesse, you brought it. You brought it tonight. We've been trying to get Mr. Jesse on for weeks, man. But
Well, I tell you, Dr. Jonas. I mean, even up to today, God, He just worked something out in my life today that and every day I'm just in awe as I trust Him. As I trust Him, the things that He works out in my life, and I firm, like I said, I challenge anybody to um, make God your foundation as you are moving along to achieve your goals. And I guarantee you, you will achieve those goals.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Let me just comment on Mr. Jesse. Man,
Mhm.
the powerful David and Goliath. And in 2026, we're gonna have to face our giants.
That's
David
right.
took five smooth stone and
Mhm.
ran, and God navigate one of the stones. And let me tell you something about that story. David didn't waste a stone. He took one stone and God navigated and brought down that great Goliath. But he had five smooth stones. He didn't waste it on one Goliath. He knew he had four brothers just as big, and he had a
Mhm.
stone apiece. So we got to face our giant. I'm a faith guy too. We're going to face our giant in 2026, and we're going to bring them down one
That's
by
right.
one
Yes.
with a rag and a rock.
Yes.
I
That's
know it's
right.
tight, man. I tell you, Jesse came tonight ready, boy. No
Yes.
weapon can form me. Stop Mr. Jesse
That's
today.
right. That's
Amen,
right.
Brother Jesse.
Well said, Jesse.
Well
Well
said.
said. You know, that the thing is that many times we have the stones.
Right.
As Dr. Jonas said, we have the stones,
That's right.
right? But
Mhm.
we are so afraid of using it
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
Right.
because
Right.
we start to second guess ourselves as individuals.
That's right.
We don't have the faith. We feel as though we're not strong enough. We feel as though we're not good enough. We feel as though we're not worthy enough. And all these things start to creep up into our lives.
That's
Mhm.
right.
But we are here this evening to let you know that you're worthy, you have the faith, you have the capacity, you have the capability, and you can do it.
That's right.
You can do it.
That's right.
Because the thing is that many times we second guess ourselves.
That's right.
And we don't know how strong we are until we put our feet to the pedal.
That's right.
Mhm.
Then we
Exactly.
can really know how strong we are as individuals.
That's right.
So we got to stop sitting in the background, come to the forefront, and be able to acknowledge the strength that we carry within ourselves as individuals
That's
to
right.
do things that could even surprise us.
That's right.
Because many times we got a project, we may be working on a project,
Mhm.
and suddenly you get a download. And then you say, oh my goodness, it was so easy. Because we
Exactly.
second guess ourselves. We're telling ourselves, oh, we're not capable of doing this, but not knowing that we are capable. You are capable, whatever you're working on at this point in time. Do not second guess yourself.
That's right.
You are
Right.
capable of doing it.
That's right.
Right.
You have all the capacity
That's
to
right.
do it.
That's right.
That is why we tell you. Go ahead, Dr. Jonas.
Yes, yes, you have the capacity. Hey, those giants keep on coming, but you got to take them down one giant at a time. And you can do it. You can do it.
Intentional.
You got to do it intentionally. But
That's
you have
the
to
word.
prepare. It's better to be prepared. Bonus from Jonas. It's better to be prepared for an opportunity and not have one than to have an opportunity and not be prepared. Because see, doubt and fear knocked on your door. Faith opened it up, and there was nobody there. The Bible said we walk by faith and not by sight.
Yep.
Yeah. So true.
But touching on what both Karen and Dr. Jonas just said, it's okay to be afraid, even if you. It's okay to be afraid. It's like I was saying when they asked David, they said, "Why aren't you afraid?" He said, "I'm terrified." He said, "My God is with me." So even if you're afraid, if you're working on a project, or you going forward with something, it's okay to be afraid, but also knowing that your God is with you and
That's
that
right. Do it.
you through the
That's right.
situation.
That's right. Do it anyway. Do it with your fear and do it anyway. Move forward. Trust in your God and move forward. Don't let fear stop you, because that's only false evidence appearing real.
Yes.
He has not. He said he has not given us the power of fear, but of courage and sound mind. He called us to be courageous because he knows what he put in us. The scripture says, "You are fearful and wonderfully made." Come on. You're a piece of the master, because the master said there's nothing too hard for you. And he won't put on you more than you can bear. He has confidence in you. That's why he gave you the courage to take down that. But David had already took down a bear and a lion. He said, "Come here, big boy." And he said, "Come on now. I'm just tight for this, right?" I mean, now Jesse done throw me back in my favorite.
There you go.
Don't blame me. Jesse throwing me back in what I love. Come on, somebody. I needed Jesse back here to remind us to take me back where the giants were, to slay that giant and take him down. That's how you get ahead. That's how you get ahead in life. He took David's head, took Goliath's head, a teenage boy with a rock, and 5 smooth rocks. And we way more prepared than that. We way more equipped than that.
That's right.
Yeah, we are.
Dr. Jonas has said and shared that David did not run. The energy to run from Goliath, he didn't run from. He ran to.
Exactly.
He ran to the enemy.
That's right.
He ran right for him,
That's right.
knowing that he was doing that on behalf of God.
So your dreams, your dreams and goals and aspirations, don't run from it. Run to it.
Exactly.
2026.
Exactly.
Yes. Danielle?
I don't know what to say. I can't say anything else. It's all been said. What is there left to say? It's wow.
You know, the beautiful thing is that we have a choice. You know, and the choice is ours to make.
That's right.
And many times we listen to outside noise that discourages us. And we allow the outside noise to deposit in our subconscious mind. And it just disrupts what we are trying to do as individuals. Because every time that we decide to show up for ourselves is a choice.
That's right. That's right.
And we have a choice what to listen to and what not to listen to.
That's right.
Everything it depends upon us as individuals.
Right. That's right.
We have the choice.
Mm-hmm.
And when you wake up each morning, the first thing we all should do is be grateful for the breath that we are breathing.
Yes.
That's right. That's right.
That's the first gratitude. The breath that we are breathing, the first thing is to be grateful for that.
Yes. Yeah.
And then the next thing that you should be grateful for, and we all should be grateful for, is the first 5 minutes of our lives. The first 5 minutes of our lives. What are you sitting in those quiet moments and telling yourself as an individual? Those 5 minutes, just 5 minutes. You can sit 5 minutes with yourself. The first thing before you grab this instrument, or before you turn on the television, the first 5 moments before you start your day is very, very important, because the first 5 moments is preparing you for the day. So many times we really need to sit back and look at our lives, how we are heading and what we are doing in the morning when we wake up. What are we doing? Are we grabbing the phone to check messages? I could understand if maybe you have a sick relative and you want to grab to see what's happening with them. But you have to choose what exactly to do the first thing in the morning before you start your day. Lady J?
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. That routine is super, super important, because that is going to set the tone for your day. When you're able to fortify yourself, because you're starting a day, you don't know what you would encounter later. But those first 5 minutes, you're fortifying yourself, you're pouring on you, you're getting geared up to meet your day, whatever that is, whatever you do. But fortifying yourself, pouring of love on yourself, giving that level of gratitude, whatever is it that you lean on, if you God, the universe, whatever is it for you. But having something that, which we talk about in this discussion about anchoring, what anchors you, what keeps you steady when, as you walk forward and you step into your day, that you may encounter something that may get you a little shaky. What keeps you steady? What is it so that is why it's so essential to take the time, that first 5 minutes, so that you can stay grounded, you can stay rooted, that you're solid, that whatever you encounter during the course of the day, you can accept, you look at it, you pause, but you're already rooted, you're firm in your level of spirituality, whatever that is for you. So we're just asking if you can just think about it, pause and think about it. And I just want to jump back into, this is the year 2026, embrace your creativity. Embrace your creativity. It's within all of us. And those are things that those are our pillars or our components that we coach from, is that your creativity. And as Maya Angelou says, that creativity, the more you use, the more you have. So it's never used up, right? It's never used up. And then I also want to talk about, as we talk about how we're going to take risk and move forward, there's a quote that says from Socrates that says, leap and grow your wings, because sometimes you're scared. We did talk about, being afraid or taking chances, or you take the leap. The wisdom is going to come. The inspiration is going to come. People are going to support you. It's just like don't look at the staircase. You take the first step. Take the first step, whatever it is that you have. Like for us, like writing our books, right? We took the first step. We start from our ebook, and then it just moved on further and further until now we have our books up on Amazon. And these books that we have, we say now that these books here these are our front runners. right? Because we're writing more books, it's going to share more stories, personal stories that we've encountered in our lives, and provide tips. What really got us through it? Our spirituality, our faith, our family, and those are things. So whatever is it for you in 2026, take that leap. Go there, look at it, and see what makes sense to you. And that is what I think we all talking in this discussion here tonight. Let this moment, when you look back at this podcast live, or you're gonna look back and on replay, remember everything we talk about tonight about our faith, self-care, self-love, and how we're shifting. Are we grabbing a coach? What are we doing that can move us in 2026, that we can go after everything that we're thinking about, looking forward to receive for ourselves, and so we can live the best. We can show up in rooms with confidence.
Absolutely. You know, before we toss the mic to Dr. Jonas, there's something that I wrote here. This moment moving forward, we need to live charged. We need to live fully. We need to live now. We cannot afford to die empty, as Dr. Jonas would say.
That's him.
We cannot afford to die empty. You were not created to live empty. You were created to live charged, alive, intentional, and fully present in your own life. Your life is waiting for you to show up. This moment, your life is waiting for you to show up.
That's right.
That is why we are stressing on grabbing yourself a coach in 2026. And also, we are doing a 4-hour Saturday masterclass to reset, renew, refocus, and rejuvenate, starting the 7th of March. Stay tuned for more details. Because we are just here to help you. We are here to help you as an individual. Because many of us are struggling. And you don't have to do this alone. You don't have to struggle. Come into a space where we can hold you up. We can hold you up and help you on your transformational journey. It's all about empowerment. It's about empowerment. And we are here for you. Look, we started with a client 2 weeks ago. On the 4th day, she received transformation. On the 4th day, she received transformation. And that transformation that she received, it was massive, really, really massive. But you know what? She take the inspired action to grab herself a coach because she realized she cannot do it on her own. So she reached out to Joan and I. And now she's way on her journey now. And she's so happy that she chose a coach like Joan and I in her life. We got to have her on here to tell her story.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yes.
And just to add another layer to that, Lady K, is that I think the most important thing is that when someone make the decision, when someone decides that I no longer want to stay this way I am, and I'm going to make the choice to choose, whether it's a coach, whatever it is that you're choosing, then the shift happens, right? The shift happens, and then you just move forward from there.
Yeah.
But you got to make the decision. You got to make that choice. And it's the word we're using because that's the word we move into 2026 with, intentionality.
Yeah, you got to be intentional.
Intentionality. That is why our self-care book is self-care is intentional.
Yeah. Be intentional. Be intentional. With all that you're doing, you got to be intentional. because you're doing it for you as an individual. You're doing it for you.
And you deserve the best.
Right, Dr. Jonas?
Absolutely.
Take us out.
Yes, intentional is critical for right
Yes.
now, for right to see and seize the moment. And so, and I'm, as I said earlier, I'm so proud of John and Karen for the great job that they're doing. It was almost 3 years we were working together, and it started off with we given some information, and they took action, and we've been working together ever since. And let me tell you something in closing. I would have gotten where I am now faster if I had enough knowledge and learned the value of a coach. And so
Yes.
I did the things that I got in my book of 50 years packed in a book of tried and tested experience that I want you. And we're going to launch out in March. So if you don't mind, those of you, you're welcome to get my telephone number, get my email, and we're going to do a launch. It's going to be 300 people from around the world on Zoom when we launch. And we want you on there when we launch this brand new book, Mastering Your Message. Pick up your mic. We need to hear your voice. Now, this is number 9 coming out, and number 10 is on the way. But when I grew up, I never read a book. But see, but now I'm an author. So and I put it in the book. It's in the book. Take a look. So when you come in, I'm telling you, I'm kind of packed and with 50 years in there with 5 different generations. We swing the bucket down low that everybody can get a drink. And so keep us informed when you do that Saturday morning, that master class, so you can count on us so we can promote it. I know I have a lot of people on Instagram, on Facebook, and also on LinkedIn that I push this, because anytime that John and Karen has something to do with it, we go big time. And so we always do a flyer and we put it out, and we put it on up, we talk it up, because we are talking to about 14 different nations. And we just got started. We just got started. We don't feel no way tired. This is our time, and this is our turn. This is the decade for the doers to take a chance, take charge, and take control of your life, because you can always better your best. Our motto is, since greatness is possible, excellence is not enough. Go for greatness. Go for greatness. Go for greatness.
Mr. Pascal?
Well, I guess in closing,
Yes.
that's the theme, going for greatness. That's exactly what I'm going to do. And I'm lucky. I'm in the very auspicious position of having you two to be my Sherpas in life. So I thank you so much for
You're a
helping
lucky
me come
man.
along.
That's right.
You are the lucky man.
You are.
Yeah.
Oh, and thinking back on Jesse's comment, I recall the story he was talking about. I remember seeing the series, The House of David. I think we saw it together, right? The House of David. That story was a very, very motivational. Well, I like that story, and I think I saw the first season. There's a second season out, but I haven't seen it yet. But if any of y'all haven't seen it, I recommend it. It's very good. But that story is just very apropos for this topic today.
Yeah, so true.
Yeah,
So true.
Yes.
Jesse
Yes.
James?
Well, I'm learning. No, I enjoyed the whole. I know I didn't get on so late. Well, I was on, but I had a problem with the mic. But I heard everything that was said, and I think that everything that was said was something that everybody, all of us can take something away from that. So I thoroughly enjoyed it tonight. I really did.
Good. Thank you for being here,
Thank you for
Jesse.
being here.
Lady J?
This was such a great evening, great conversation, and one episode cannot do this justice. We got to do it again. And
Mhm.
because I think during the course today, we need to continue to reminding people where they are, and don't be hard on yourself. Show
Yep.
yourself grace.
That's right.
And we provide a lot of tools, each one of us give a lot of tools that one can sit back in reflection and say, and look at yourself and say, where I am tonight. I'm in the second month of 2026.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in half of of February, almost to the conclusion. That's a short month. And what are some of the steps that I should take for me as a person? What am I choosing that is not choosing me?
Mhm.
Right? What am I choosing that's not choosing me? And you look at that, and then you redirect, and there's where you make the shift.
Mhm.
What are your I ams? I know Mr. Will, and I'm a big advocate as well as Lady K. What are your I ams? Are you saying, what are you saying to yourself? Are you saying I'm not enough? I'm not capable? Or are you reaffirming to yourself on a daily basis, doing your mirror work and speaking to your subconscious, I'm capable, I'm enough, I'm confident, I have what it takes, I can tap into me, I can tap into my inner wisdom, and I can draw the inspiration down. That is why that pause and focusing, taking time for yourself, and the 5 minutes that we spoke about early, and just even during the course of the day, because you're doing it for you. That quiet time is essential. And I want to talk to a little bit about, sometimes we have our phone and then it's what? Storage is full. We all know that. We all been through that. And what do we have to do? To make room, we got to delete.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't delete, then it's not going to take anything else, because then that message keep coming up to you. What is the message that is coming up to you today that you're not taking action towards?
Mhm.
What is it for you? So to say everything that everyone said tonight was so powerful. And we are so thrilled to be in a space like this where we can share space with all of you, with the great energy, the vibration is good, and that we can deliver, we can share, and it was poured into us, and we pour on others out there. So remind yourself today, you're special. Remind yourself that you're unique. Remind yourself that you got a special gift for them. And as Dr. Jonas would say, you are pregnant with impossibilities. Remind yourself that you are capable. Remind yourself that you are enough. Remind yourself that how good you are in whatever area that you are, and focus on your wins. But it be big or small. Focus on your wins,
Right.
because small increments over a period of time, it builds up to you larger and bigger things for yourself. Also, because to attain all of that, you got to nourish yourself. You got to take time to focus on your microbiome, because gut brain axis is real, and self-care is intentional. Take time for you. Pause. Take your walks outside. Pour into you so that you can show up in every space that you're in, and fully with a level of confidence, your greatest. You're bringing your all. Because when you walk into the room with a level of confidence, you're sure about yourself. You're strong, you're well, and you're able. And you have the level of vitality that I can bring it home. And I'm living strong, I'm living well, and I can achieve all the goals I'm going after, so that you can live the best life you deserve.
Yep, absolutely. We just want to take this moment to thank each and every one of you for showing up in this space this evening, because you didn't just show up, you show up fully. You show up to give, you show up to serve, and to help individuals who may be struggling some area in their life. But after listening to this podcast this evening, it gives you a chance to sit and do some self-reflection and reflecting, where am I heading? What am I doing in order to move forward in 2026? And not just moving forward, you want to prioritize over approval. You want to prioritize your life over approval, because many times we are looking to people to approve what we are doing. We are on a mission, and your passion is your mission. Lean into your passion. Someone may not understand your path, and your path is for you to walk, and walk it with grace and honor it as you walk your path. And also build routines. We talk about routines tonight. Build routines that is going to be able to stand on that solid foundation. So when you're walking solid, because you have all that you need to walk solid, and you can be able to show up and show up fully. Also, create a do less list. Create a do less list.
I like that.
As many times you like that, right?
I like that.
John and I came up with it, a do less list. Look at the things that you need to do less of. Create that list. Look at a list of all the things that you're doing and start to prioritize the do less list. And it's wonderful when we have that choice.
Right.
It's a beautiful thing when we have a choice. And this year, choose a word that is going to work for you. Choose one word and lean into that word. Let that word be your mantra. That the days when you're feeling down, you're feeling despair, you can always go back to that word, because it's only you chose that word. Lean into it.
Right.
And acknowledge your steps that you're making. Rome wasn't built in a day. It takes time for growth. When you plant a seed, it takes time for germination. But once you have the right nutrients, germination is going to take place. You got to water that seed every day. Every day you got to pour onto that seed. Because remember, you are becoming. You are becoming something that is so beautiful. You're shedding and you're becoming and you're shifting. So honor yourself. Your self-care is important. Your self-love is important. Love yourself. You come first. You come first. You're first up on the list. It's yourself. Lean into that 5 minutes in the morning. Take that 5 minutes for yourself. Even so, you got to rise a little bit earlier, because you want to start the day right. That whatever show up during the day, you're ready, willing, capable, and able for whatever show up during the day, because you're self-aware. And many times things showing up in our lives, don't curse it. It's showing up for a reason. It is showing up. Maybe something else needs to heal in your life. That is why it's showing up. It's showing up to give you clarity, a lot of clarity. So we just want to thank you so much for joining us. And also the people on LinkedIn, thank you for showing up this evening on LinkedIn. It's great to see some new faces.
Yes,
It's great to read these beautiful comments. Thank you so much for showing up for us this evening and showing up in this space. We just want to say thank you. And YouTube again, thank you. Facebook, thank you. And all the Instagram, thank you as well. Thank you for showing up. What you say?
Let's you could start first, and I will middle.
You said short, strong.
Today I choose me.
Oh yes, today I choose me.
Go ahead.
Today I choose me. Today I choose peace over anxiety. Today, I choose faith over fear. Today, I choose self-care over burnout.
Today, I choose abundance over lack. I choose to swim in prosperity. And we're going to ask you, what are you choosing today to move forward with?
Absolutely.
Sit with that.
What are you choosing today to move forward with? We're going to leave you with that. Sit with that. And we're going to see you here next week with another fantastic podcast to rest in your subconscious mind, because we are bringing Will. We're going to be bringing Will next week. And he's going to bring it home to the subconscious mind. So again, we just want to thank each and every one of you, and stay tuned, because we have the 4th Saturday masterclass, Reset, Renew, Refocus, and Rejuvenated, starting in March, the 7th of March. So stay tuned. We're going to give you more information as we go along in the weeks to come.
And you can contact us to, you want to get early booking, because we know that this is going to be
Yes,
packed.
it's going to be
Early
packed.
just contact us. Send us a message.
Yeah.
And we'll be able to,
We're going to send you all the information that you need. So once
Let's
again,
build an uplift.
thank you so much, Dr. Jonas, Sir Mr. Rita, Mr. Pascal, Jesse, Paul. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New You. And Happy New Year.
Happy New You. Yes.
Thank you, even though you couldn't be here. But we just want to let people know that they can find your book on Amazon as well.
Yes, your faith looks up.
Your faith looks up. Dr. Marcia Thomas. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, each and every one of you. We love you all.
We love you.
Thank you.
Have a great week.
Love you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Wow. This was amazing.